Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved. Mr. Mills? Here, you can have this. Yeah. Give me this here.
All right, good afternoon, council and mayor. I only have one application tonight. It's BW Foods Incorporated, DBA Piggly Wiggly 951. They're applying for retail table wine off premises located at 1721 Greensboro Avenue.
Is
They
that,
gonna be here tonight?
Yeah, they're gonna be here.
why is they, I mean, I know no change of ownership or anything. Is this just something they're adding?
Yes, sir.
They haven't
They've
sold
never,
wine
they've
before.
never sold wine. They want to start.
And the
selling.
Greensboro one?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I didn't know that. I knew they did in Alberta.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
they do or they don't?
they do. Mhm.
All right, that's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony. Mayor Maddox?
Really nothing of, in terms of operational significance, but I do want to thank Chief Smith for inviting us to his banquet last night. I know me, Mr. Tyner, Mr. Crow, Mr. Bell were able to attend. It was a great event, Chief Smith, and I must say the honoring of the Franklin family was the tearjerker of the night. So
Yes.
that's a pretty amazing story, but I know we were all just impressed as we could be.
Absolutely,
Bye.
absolutely.
Thank you for inviting us, and congratulations to everyone who received their awards and recognition.
Great night.
It was. I like what you said too, that everybody that didn't get an award, they could easily have gotten one. Because there was a lot of great people in that room. While we're at it, one of our own, I do want to send our condolences to truly one of my favorite people. Not only is he a fireman, but Derek Riddle. May I know Derek, his father passed, and I do know there's a memorial service planned at some point, but please keep Derek and his family in your prayers. Okay, that's all, Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Brandy?
So I've got one board to go over with you guys today. It's going to be the Construction Board of Appeals. This board actually serves dual purpose, kind of, sort of. So they also serve as our Property Maintenance Board of Appeals. So this is a board that if someone has an appeal to one of the decisions that our chief building official has made, this is the board that hears those appeals. We've got two members that have terms that expired, Jonathan McClellan and Zachary Taylor. Both wish to have another 6-year term. If you guys agree, I'll have the ordinance on next week's meeting.
Sounds good to me.
I'm good.
Sounds good, but that committee has met how many times in the last 6 years?
Never.
Never. That's the
So,
type, that's the
I
type
wanna
of board, that's the type of board you wanna be on.
Is this voluntary?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
So does that mean the decisions emanating from the chief building official are so
Everybody loves
just
them.
and wise?
They're
Yes.
so solid.
Just wait, Mr. Mayor, for bringing that up. I guess we'll see in the environment that we live in.
This afternoon,
Boy,
you
I
get
can
625.
Nobody's happy about anything.
Probably the busiest year ever now.
That's all I have.
They're
Thank
being
you.
lulled into a sense of security on that.
Okay, Liz, you've got a little presentation for us about the storefront improvement program.
No presentation, just a quick little update.
Okay.
As you all know, it's been approved and it is officially launching. We are calling it Facelift, inspired by some words that Councilman Lanier spoke in one of the meetings, that we are giving
So
some of these.
inspiring.
Yes. So to give a little facelift to some of these buildings. So applications go live this Friday. So Comms has worked really hard on our website and the application, and it's all ready to go. Application does not open until Friday, so you can't click on that on the website yet, but the website is available. And so I've got a flyer here for you, and you can share this with your constituents. I have some of my business cards as well if you want to share those with your folks, hand it to them. I expect my phone to be ringing off the hook. I really want this to be successful. So please spread the word. We're really excited, grateful for the opportunity that you are giving our business community.
Absolutely. Liz, can you give a 2-second Cliff Notes version of process? How this
Yes,
works,
so process
please?
is eligibility requirements are listed on the website. You are requesting up to $25,000 for facade storefront improvements with a 20%, minimum 20% match. And so it's a reimbursement program. And so just to make your business look a little prettier, make it more attractive so that we can draw more shoppers, spend those dollars.
Open to all businesses in Tuscaloosa.
Open to all businesses.
Everybody.
There are some stipulations involved, not a franchise, nothing over 50 people. So small businesses is what we're aiming for, but anywhere across town.
Good.
So spread the word, please. So thank you.
Good.
Excited about it, it's great. Okay, Scott,
Good afternoon, council.
good afternoon.
We have a little bit of a lighter agenda this evening, so I will start towards the top of page 2, where on page 12, you'll be authorizing the purchase of equipment, supplies, or services for fire station improvements. This is a total of $825.40. This is a previously budgeted purchase that comes to you from our purchasing department. On page 13, you'll be authorizing a contract with Gary Phillips Logging, Inc. for tree removal. This came to you in projects last week. On page 14, you'll be authorizing the creation and implementation of children's toys for parking tickets program. This was presented to you in public safety last week. On page 15, you'll be authorizing the mayor to execute a right-of-way permit with Rush Crawford. This was presented in projects last week. On page 16 and 17, you'll be authorizing a sanitary sewer connection and acceptance agreement with Tuscaloosa County for the Culver Road Sanitary Sewer Project. This came to you on projects last week. On page 18, you'll be authorizing the placement of a historical marker on Jack Warner Parkway near Manderson Landing regarding the Bryce Hospital coal mines. This was presented to you in projects last week. On page 19, you'll be authorizing amendment number 1 to the professional engineering services contract with the Capstone Engineering Group, LLC, for the Skyland Park Drainage Improvements Project. This is a total contract amount of $42,740, and again was presented in projects last week. On page 20, you'll be authorizing an as-needed minor public works contract with Water Innovations Plus LLC. This is a total not to exceed $10,890, and again was presented in projects last week. On page 21 and 22, you'll be tentatively awarding a public works contract to McKelvey Mechanical for the City Hall chiller replacement project. This is a total of $873,400 and was presented in projects last week. On page 23, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Taylor Electrical Contractors. This is a total not to exceed $8,000 and again was presented in projects last week. On page 24, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Blue View Glass. This is a total not to exceed $17,506.30. This was presented in projects last week. And finally, you'll be authorizing a professional services contract with Sprout Social. This is a total not to exceed $13,033.11. I'm sorry, that appears on page 25 and was discussed in projects last week. Any questions for me on the agenda?
Any questions for Scott?
We do, I don't remember, Mayor, if you mentioned or not, we do have one item briefly for executive session.
We also need to have the safety and security matter too, it's just come to my attention.
Yes, sir?
Scott, Vicky, this project's item that's here, is this something new or are we adding?
No,
this
they
is-
made a revision to the memo, but once it's public, we
Oh,
can't
okay.
change something out in the packet, so we just put the revised just on top of the packet.
That's fine, so I don't need to do, when we take this up, this is what we're taking up when it gets there.
But there was
Okay.
just something in the memo that they
Yeah,
revised.
that's fine, so nothing special that has to happen in the
Right.
committee.
That is
Okay, thanks.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to recognize 2 young students that are with us today from the Indian Student Association of Tuscaloosa. I've been involved with this in the years past with the community-wide Diwali, the Festival of Lights. But if you 2 would like to go to the podium and tell us what you'd like to share with us today. Give us your name, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Saket, and I'm from University of Alabama, and I'm the event coordinator for Indian Students Association of Tuscaloosa. And thank you for gathering here. We are excited to invite each and every one of you to join our upcoming Diwali celebrations. Diwali is known as the Festival of Lights, symbolizes the victory of light over darkness and good over evil. So it is celebrated on November 7th, and I would be really happy if any one of you can join on the celebration. It is on University campus.
Actually, I wish everybody should join for the festival, and we have been celebrating this in the university for the past 5 years since we are here. And all this time, we have been sending emails to the mayor office, and this time we would like to come and invite you all in person so that we just feel much better about it. And we would like to hand over this posters to you.
Yes.
And we have the times and everything. And
For
we would
the-
like to have a chief, anyone from here as a chief guest for our festival. And I would like you all to enjoy our festival this time.
For people watching this at home, can you tell us the date and the time for it and the location?
Yes, so the event is happening on Thursday, November 7th, and the timing is from 6 to 8:30. And we also have Indian foods, and also more than that, we have fireworks going on for the event.
Okay.
And I wish I invite everybody to join us. Thank you.
Where is
It's happening in the student center,
In the students.
in the ballroom.
Last year we saw 700 people showed up, so we are expecting a huge crowd this time. So it would be great if you guys would join us.
How many Indian students do we have?
We have around 250 students,
Yes.
Indian students, and we also get a lot of international participants for the Diwali event.
cities are y'all from?
I'm from the southern part of India.
I'm also from the southern, it's called Tamil Nadu, Chennai. South part of India.
I've traveled to India a couple of times. It's a wonderful country.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you for coming today. You had something you wanted to, you said pass out to us?
Yes, sure.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to come and say.
Okay, we have projects at 2:30, finance 3:15, insurance and litigation at 4, council at 6. Special call framework, planning and zoning commission will meet Wednesday at 5. Ms. Howard will not be here today. She's not feeling well, and Mr. Wilson said he would join us after he finishes whatever he's doing. So,
It's a Oakdale.
and so, is there a motion we go into executive session?
Motion. Second.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Tom?
As your city attorney and attorney licensed to practice law in the state of Alabama, I can certify that this executive session is to discuss with their attorney the legal ramifications of and legal options for pending litigation, controversies not yet being litigated but imminently likely to be litigated or imminently likely to be litigated if the governmental body pursues a proposed course of action, as well as to discuss securities plans, procedures, assessments, measures, or systems for the security or safety of persons, structures, facilities, or other infrastructures, including without limitation concerning critical infrastructure, the public disclosure of which could be reasonably expected to be detrimental to the public safety or welfare.
Okay, if you're not a part, that's a motion second for executive session in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? If you're not part of this executive